uragwo kuria Thika na kwa inda riri ni munini wa speaker account ya Kiambu one ha my boss koguo ndingiaria muno we haha moderator kiria ngwenda kuona ukiuke mwenjuge oguo atuhunjiria haha watwira thukuru ino no nginye kuona mubango onako ni turandikana tukarora andu othe niguo ngavana ekire uka Kiambu akiuga kwenda mubango na nikio murona tumite ithuothe thutha tondu wa maundu maria tuthomithetie koguo guo watuhunjirio muthenya wa umuthi andu akaritho ni moya kindu kinene tondu mweroma ati wale mundu to wagwire driving school ti thukuru twateithia koguo ngavana ni tukenaga muno niguo tuone njira iyo na nikio moderator ngwiciria ni gutuhoera na ithu tukiuma tondu tina kihoerwo nigetha tugithii na kirathimo yaku. Thank you very much. Njoe mweke uyu njite munene wakwa honorable speaker.
Thank you very much Deputy Speaker, moderator wetu wa 24th General Assembly. Nasikia watu wengi wanasema National Assembly lakini tunaambia ni sawa tu, tutaweka kwa hii line yetu ya mutaratara. Moderator wa Presbytery, Parish Minister na wengine ambao tuko hapa, Church Elders, Deacon, Deaconesses, Your Excellency the Governor, Members of County Assembly, washirika wa kanisa hili ambao limerembeka sana la Kirigiti. Ni wasalamu na salamu za Mwenyezi Mungu. Hamjambo? Gaine mwega na hende ciothe. Ni ndathiĩte na ihenya mutungatĩri nie no wende ndungata ya kanitha witu, ndungata ya kanitha wa PCA Jeffrey Gathu Memorial Church, Parish ya Gathanje, Presbytery ya Githunguri na thaici twi runguru wa mutungatĩri Reverend Simon Njuguna wa Githiora na ni akundumite na ngeithi o hamwe na shirika a kanitha a Parish ya Gathanje. Ni mwamukira ngeithi kuma Parish ya Gathanje na riu ni mutaratara witu andu uko Kirigiti na inyu ni mwandu mana ngeithi ndacoka kuria gwitu ngeithanie. Asante sana. Mimi sitaki niongee maneno mingi. Moderator no atuhunjiria wega mundu maguthie na mutaratara ndaigua gwetwo horo wa igoti no tondi hane yajuge twina governor mwega rutigacio marongerera igoti riu ni kugwitha aragwitha magoti. Simple tupigie governor makofi jameni. Tuliweka sheria yetu ambayo inaitwa Finance Act, tumeweka juzi. Ulisikia vizuri, wale wa biashara kidogo kidogo, kinyozi, salon, ile ingine kidogo kidogo, kwa sababu governor anajali watu wake. Sisi tumesema badala ya kuongeza sisi ni kushusha. Kithio gotiko thio gado ito. Governor, mimi niongee ingine. Mimi ni mtu hapa Kirigiti. I moved to Kirigiti in 2007. Na mimi nimeona transformation ya hii mtaa ya Kirigiti. Huyu mheshimiwa Hezron huyu, ile kazi amefanya kutoka amechaguliwa, mimi naweza nikatoa ushuhuda. Kwa sababu ni mtu amefanya kazi mzuri. Nimeona kutoka Kirigiti hiyo 207 ilikuwa ni town kidogo. Sasa unaona watu wamekuwa hapa, mimi nilikuwa naishi hapa karibu na stadium. Na Hezron sijui jasema iko nyumba ingine hapo sijui ilikuwa inaitwa Youth Center. Ilikuwa hapo ndani ya stadium. Ilianza sijui mwaka ya 2014. Kitambo sana. Sasa labda hiyo governor wakati pia utakuja kwa sababu wewe ni mtu ya maendeleo. Si vizuri kukua na ghost project. Hiyo inaweza ikatengenezwa vizuri. Vijana wetu waone mahali hata kama tutaifanya ICT hub ama ICT center, watoto wetu waweze kusaidikia hapo. Sio ni maneno mzuri? Tumpigie governor makofi. So mimi sitaki nizidishe zaidi ya hapo. Tuwaambie kama serikali ya Kiambu tutaendelea kufanya kazi and we have our eyes firmly fixed on the ball. Hii hapana wakati ya siasa. Hii ni kazi. Kazi itaendelea huu mwaka, kazi. 2026 kazi. 2027 si watu wanaweza wakaulizana maswali hapo. Lakini kwa sababu mtu ataleta report form, ni vizuri wale watakuja, wakati mtu anakuja kuuliza kazi, unamuuliza wewe umefanya nini? Ama sio haki? Wengine wanakuja tu na story. Kuongea mingi na kizungu mingi na sloganeering. Lakini hii uchaguzi ya 27, it is going to be a defining election. And we must be ready as a people that we are going to have the most significant election in this country's history. So that kila mtu ambaye atakuja kuomba kazi, aseme ile amefanya, yule ameshindwa, aweke kando, aendelee namna hiyo. Ndio muhonoku moderator, ndiaga giathe na parish na district ya kwa Dinagweta, district ya Galiri, oguo ndagweta kule parish ya Gathaji. Kwa hawa mengi na machache, nimwalike governor wetu akuja atusalimie, tumpigie makofi governor wakati anakuja kutuongelesha. Asante.
Asante sana, thank you very much. Moderator of the General Assembly, tunashukuru sana kwa kututembelea Kiambu. And let me the opportunity also to come in to the county. Moderator wetu wa Presbytery, moderator wa parish, pia tunashukuru because umetupatia nafasi ya kuja kushirikiana na Wakristo hapa Kirigiti siku ya leo. Our fellow Christians
wa hapa Kindiki. God is good and all the time. Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Asifiwe sana. Tusalimiane hivi kwa salamu zake Mwenyezi Mungu. Pole sana. Tunaomba msamaha moderator wetu wa General Assembly. Sio desturi yangu kama governor. Pia sio desturi ya team yangu when we have an event like today. Kuja wakati when you're on your feet ukiwa unahubiri. Tuliamkia kwenda kanisa kule ya Katoliki, walikuwa na mambo kidogo na mtu akiwa governor. Sasa vile speaker wetu anasema yeye ni MPCA mpaka anataja mpaka district. And when you are the governor, you become a member of each of the churches because they are all our people. So tuliamkia kwenda pale Kindiki and there was pale Ikino and there was an event there yenye tulikuwa tunahitajika. Unfortunately haikuisha haraka sana, so tukachelewa kidogo. Tumeomba msamaha lakini tukasema better late than never. So tunajua hata nyinyi wa Kristo umetusamehe ama namna gani? Nimwaturekera. Asante sana. So because I know the service is midstream, hata mimi I will be very very brief with my remarks. Maybe just to first, let me start by thanking you, moderator of the General Assembly, in your sermon. I want to thank you sincerely from my heart because I've been, I think now in about four services, if not 5, where you are preaching. I remember there was a time I was with you in Komodhai. We have met in another 2 churches mahali ulikuwa unahubiri. And one of the traits ambaye I pick from your sermons all the time, which I want to stand with, is that we as leaders, all the time, we must be ready to be criticized. We must be ready to be told where we are wrong and to be informed by those that observe what we do. And for that matter, I just want to say all of us, we are more than willing to listen to good counsel. Inasemekananga, ukitaka kujijua vizuri, you can only mirror yourself from those that observe you and those that see you, because you can't be your own mirror. And that is why, as a governor, I want to stand firm and say that for anything that we are doing hapa kwa county ya Kiambu, wakati kuna jambo lolote that needs to be corrected, wachungaji wetu wote ambao mko hapo mbele, moderator of presbytery na wachungaji wengine wote ambao mnahudumu hapa Kiambu, and even you, our moderator of the General Assembly, wherever we meet, I am personally more than ready anytime to tell me that this is right, this is not right, that can be done in a better way, and we take it in good faith and ensure that we correct ourselves. In this government, enye umetupatia kazi, we have partnered very well. Our speaker, deputy speaker, majority leader, our mheshimiwa hapa wa hii area, and the rest of the members of the county assembly. Tumepewa kazi na nyinyi as our voters. And so for this window of 5 years, you expect to see that what your wishes were wakati mlitutuma kwa kazi through the ballot, that it has been done. As the governor, I have made priorities as to how do we move this county forward and ensure that we are true to what the wishes of our people are. I may not be able to say everything this morning to tell you, but because we are here to congratulate the PCA Church in what we have done in contributing to the education sector. Na especially vile Mheshimiwa Gashuya amesema hapa ya kwamba hii area yote hapa Kindiki with that kind of challenge ya kwamba hakuna shule ingine iko karibu ya raia ya umma. The intervention by the church is not only timely, it is useful, it is laudable. I also made the same priority as governor wakati mulinipatia kazi ya kuwa governor, I decided that first priority I was going to give to education. And that is why you find that from all the things that we are doing kwa wakati huu, and our moderator of the General Assembly, I want to affirm to you ya kwamba the things we are doing ourselves are tangible, unaweza kuziona, you can touch, feel, and question. In the education sector, as we all know, ya kwamba the new constitution separated the responsibilities ya county government and national government, upande wa masomo. Sisi serikali yangu, we were left with the responsibility of making sure that early childhood learning, yenye tunaita ECD, is at its best, while national government takes care of the other from class 1 onwards. In Kiambu County, let me just say, as we speak about education here, that Kiambu County, we have primary schools, a total number of 524 primary schools in Kiambu. The Constitution requires that each county government takes responsibility for all the centers, ECD centers in those schools. When you made me governor, and I want to thank all of you, this county did not have even one public primary school which had developed a proper ECD center for the whole county out of the 524. In 2 years, I first modeled 18 months ago as to how should an ECD center look like in this county of Kiambu. We are building a center comprising of a class PP1, watoto wakiingia, PP2, wakati watoto wanaenda class 1, a new office for mwalimu, and ablution blocks, neat ablution blocks, clean, hygienic, for the teachers, for the children, boys, girls, a police station that has everything, and ensure that even a small kitchenette is available. 18 months ago, we had none out of 524. Today, in 18 months, I have built a total of 239 and completed in this county. Last week, nimepeana new contracts to another 62. That means that by June this year, I will have done 309 complete ECD center in this county. Meaning that we are on the road to ensuring that by June of 2026, I'll have completed all the 524 ECD centers, which is my responsibility as the governor. And so our members of clergy, members of our congregation here, kwa upande wa masomo, we are doing what we are supposed to do. We are on course. There's a lot we're also doing in upper learning. We have modernized, equipped, and built a technical training center here, a vocational training center for Yabai in this constituency. We have done that for many other wards in this county, which I may not be able to count here. Ya mwisho ni yale mambo ambayo yanatugusa hapa kwenye hii area yetu ya Kirigiti, because I want to be efficient with our time. As Mheshimiwa Hezron has said, this Kirigiti has been a shame to us, all of us, and I'm sure all of us agree. Before, ungetoka hapa walking around this Kirigiti, sewer flows freely on the road. Ama ni uongo jameni? Yes. You can't even take a walk there. Our children playing around here is a risk. Traffic jam here in Kirigiti starts from morning 6 a.m. up to 6 p.m. That is the way it has been here. To take a walk from here, this church, around the school, up to either Kirigiti Center or to the town, either ubebe viatu mbili ama ubebe brush. Because by the time you get to town, you are either mud-caked, na matope if it is raining, or you are brown with dust. That is the way Kirigiti has been. So as Mheshimiwa said, first what I did was to petition national government, because this road had already been given funds which were supposed to have been released in good time. And so that is why you see we have now the contract executed kutoka kule Roiro all the way up to Kiamba. That was our money which was allocated for that road. But then too, for you people and my people here in Kindiki, I have also intervened to ensure ya kwamba, as they are doing what they are doing, we resolve this problem yenye tumekuwa nao. The drainage hapa imekuwa very, very poor. And so we have set aside funds, number one, to redo that drainage all the way kutoka huko with stone pitching up to down here to ensure that there is free flow of drainage. And then secondly, hii kazi yenye wametengeneza ya barabara tunaishikanisha properly with Kebro kutoka kule juu kwa ile kanisa ya St. Peter and Paul ya Catholic all the way down to Kiambu High to ensure ya kwamba this place gets not only the face that it requires, but also that it is habitable. As we do that, I had a conversation with Mheshimiwa Gashui here because tulijengewa stadium hapa, and we are happy. We are thankful because that project was undertaken by national government about 5 years ago. But up to today, that stadium has not been put to use. And it is essential, not only for the economy, a county, but also for the talent building of our young people. I have petitioned national government, and I've had that conversation with a relevant cabinet secretary, that we cannot put millions of shillings here and then sit idle while the money is going to rot and the facility is depreciating. We have agreed kwamba wanakuja kutengeneza. When they finish, I've also set aside funds kutengeneza hiyo barabara yote round to be tarmacked so that we can grow the economy of this county. And I've been challenging people here. Our moderator, unipe tu ruhusa nimalize na hiyo. I've been challenging our people. The only way we can make value of this asset, na nyinyi watu wa Kindiki ni watu ambayo mumebarikiwa na kuona mbele na kujipanga vizuri. The only way we can make value of that facility is when it is open, we do all the infrastructure, and then you will find that the few of us who are investors, kama umeinvest na kahoteli ndogo hapa, kama umeinvest na Airbnb, kama umeinvest na any other facility here, we will start inviting, because that facility is supposed to be given to the county government when it is complete. It's a county government facility. I will promote it and start inviting international events, East African games and others, and that will build our economy. Lastly, it is important for us also to be true, that as we do all those big things, we also must mind the small things for those that are at the bottom of the pyramid. That we have to do. Hii barabara kutoka huko ile barabara, the main road ya kwenda juu, kukuja kupitia golf club, kuja kufika hapa, and then round and down there, has been an issue. And I've raised this issue. I've been very consistent. I said to those that may want to hear, and if you are not happy with that decision, I still stand firm. Ukifika hapa Kindiki kuna wamama wengi hapa. Wanauza mahindi, wanauza mboga, wanauza vitu zingine on the road, barabarani. That is not the way it's supposed to be. As low as they are supposed to be beneficiaries of government. And that is why I have also made and put my foot down. Ya kwamba, we have to provide for facilities for those women who are here, wenye wanauza hapo. Nilisema hiyo barabara, I will have it expanded, but during the expansion, I have requested the team here in the golf club that we shall, because that is county government land, we are going to annex a very small portion of land, that is not more than 6 acres, in a long strip, to jenge small modern stalls for those women around there. And then we remove those matatus that cause jam there by building good, safe parking for them off the road. And those are good public facilities. I know we have had a bit of contestation with some of us about the golfing community. I have nothing against the golfing community. Actually, I want it to be a better facility for that matter, and I'll help them to improve it. But we say in this life, live and let live. And that's why I've taken the position that I will have to take care of those people also. So sisi hatuna maneno mengi. Our moderator of the General Assembly, I want to assure you as a governor that we preach water and drink water. Yes, and hatuta danganya watu wetu wa hapa Kiambu. We have done very many things, as you saw in the report of the control of budget.
Kiambu now is in the Controller of Budgets report for the current year as county number 1 in resources management, in raising of local revenue, even without having to add your taxes. And we've done that by being responsible, kukataa wizi, and refusing wastage of your resources. So I just want to assure you that as a governor, we'll do what we have to do with this team here. May God bless all of you. I want to also congratulate the school for what they did. When I got into office, immediately my first clients were this school with Mheshimiwa Musheke and Hezron, because they had been denied and there were roadblocks and excuses endlessly as to why their approvals could not have been given in time. And I told the team that came here, they were not alone. When I became governor, I am the one who gave approvals for Alliance High School to build a chapel that had been pending for more than 6 years since application. And the same thing we are doing all over. We are giving priority to this kind of projects and ensuring that hiyo mambo ilikuwa mbeleni ya ukora haiko. So nikiketi kwa vile nataka nikae sasa, moderator, give me special indulgence to say this when I'm here in Kirigiti. Because as the governor, I've been having a big challenge with our developers. And I want this message to go out clearly. That as the governor, I am clear about the policy that we should set as government for the future generations. And I want to say this to you Christians. I want to say this to you. At one point, this country made a decision that yes, it was good to take care of people, but it was an even better decision to stop the encroachment that was going on in Mau forest, because future generations had to live. And we had to stop that encroachment to make sure that we have a sustainable country. In this county, we have a problem, because for everybody who has planned, intended to develop in this county, all our investors mostly have targeted our agricultural land. And so you find in every quarter, everybody is making an application to develop houses on an eighth, on small plots of 50 by 50, to subdivide 400 acres of tea, 400 acres of coffee, so that we can cash in on that immediate gain. But we have to make a decision, ladies and gentlemen, that we have children, we have future generations that will be there. And at one point, if we continue that way, our kids will be beggars for food who live in a concrete jungle. And that is why I've said we are going to be very reserved to ensure that when development is applied for on agricultural land, as we allow it, we have to ensure that it is to the minimum. And we have now designated and passed good plans that designate what is residential land, what is agricultural land, and what is semi in between. I've said that so that, because I know most of us here may have that interest. Ndio sisi wote tuwe tumeelewana. At an opportune time, kwa vile tulikuwa tumechelewa, I don't know whether we had gone through, and I've seen in our program, tuko na mahali yetu ya gifts for the school. We had our gifts with my team here, so I think moderator of the parish and moderator of the presbytery, you will allow us to do that, so that in our envelope for the gifts for the school, we can have that. And because so me and my team here, we had a small gift there to the school of 200,000. So let that be. And then this good Presbyterian man here, amejitetea sana kwa kanisa yake. Speaker wetu has given us this envelope, our Deputy Speaker, thank you very much. And our majority leader. Acha kwanza nichukue huyu simama hapo. Mheshimiwa Hezron Gashui. This young man is a Presbyterian. Najua hakupata nafasi ya kusema hivyo, and he worships in Gidori in Komodai. And because the boss of the church is here, this guy is elected. This guy is elected in Komodai. But now the only one missing link between him and good standing as a good member of the PCA is he's been looking for a wife for 2 years. And up to today, as good as he is, hajapata bahati. So, because I see faces of good parents, and there are signs and likelihood that in your background as good parents, there could be good people that you can. So mark him, and applications can be done through the speaker. He's my adopted son, so to call him. And so, mkiona mahali ambapo kuna mtu mzuri, mtuambie tuokoe huyu kijana. So have a seat. Alafu Mburu, leta yako, ndio tumalize mara moja, asanti. Lazo a gift. And then this gentleman anaitwa professor. Huyu ni mwalimu huko upande wa Ngecha Tigoni, anasomesha kila mahali mpaka university. He's a member of the county assembly. This beautiful lady here is called Ruth. She's our member elected in Gedega. That is in... this gentleman is the chairman of education in the county assembly, and the member elected in Tinganga, Mr. Napoleon. This gentleman is our neighbor here, elected in Dumberi Ward, Mr. Shugi. Jane, if you have a letter too, itakubaliwa na so huyu ni Jane. Jane naye is our nominated member from Juja sub-county in Juja ward. And this lady is called Wairimo. Wairimo is nominated in Gatondo. This young lady here is also called Washera. Washera is from Gatongora ward, nominated there. This agile young lady, she is from Gedega in Gedongori, ametupatia 5,000. Our friend here, Rehab, is also nominated from Gatondo South. And because now, okay, kimbia mkuu ndio tumalize. Thank you. This gentleman ni mtu mzuri. Huyu ndiye alikuwa abducted huko Limuru, lakini Mungu akamuokoa. He is the member for Bibirioni. Alafu huyu naye huyu anaitwa Nduta. Nduta ndiye elected in Limuru, a place called Limuru Central. This gentleman is called Eric. Eric naye ametupatia yake. He is elected in Odero in Kabete. Wangoi is our member in Karori, Kiamba. This good gentleman is a businessman. Ukitaka kukula nyama choma ile mzuri, this gentleman is the main man around Kamakis. I know most of you go, but he's elected there. This gentleman is also one of us here in Kiambu. He's elected in Kiambu Township, Mr. Koina. Tumpigieni huyu makofi vizuri. This gentleman is elected in Lari, in a place called Lari Kerenga. And the people of Lari are amazing people because they elected this gentleman. He's outstanding. He's a performer to the hilt. And he's a man that we pray God for and thank those people. They elected him. Now wakasema wade tikwere mu. And they gave him a job. This girl is called Wambui. Wambui is from Kikuyu, our nominated member. So I think we close it there. The only confession that I would want to make, moderator of the General Assembly, is, when you called us there for prayers, wengi wetu, we were still counting and trying to acclimatize. Sio ati hatukukuwa na mahitaji. So
by the time sasa tuhesabu ni mahitaji gani na gani na gani tutaleta hapo mbele, watu wakakuwa wametokea. So na kwa vile huyu aliomba, thank you Mr. Muigu Keno, elected in Keno. Kwa vile wengi wetu sasa kabla mimi nilikuwa na hesabu mrefu sana, ile nitakuja kusema ni hii na hii na hii nataka maombi. So before I could finish my tabulation, sasa na watu wakakuwa wamekuja na ukaomba. So wakati unamaliza